Well, this is a special time of year in the European footballing cycle. It's where it all begins again. The lifting of the trophy, the winners' medals. That was all back in May. A mere reminder, a relic of the glory that was and what may be to come, perhaps for one of these. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. So it's back, bigger and better than ever before. I do hope everybody is ready for another ride on the emotional roller coaster.
Bring it on, Peter. I'm looking forward to a competition that always delivers entertainment, whether through its football or indeed its supporting cast of emotions. Neither of these teams...
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Katarine, back to the keeper and go again. Tries to get it forward quickly. And it's got through. Gets into some space.
Well, both sides have actually looked poor going forward. We've hardly seen anything meaningful yet.
He's left his man. Now it's Konoplyanka. Hit into the middle. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Over to the left. Schalke, very keen on the aerial route.
Look, if you're good at it and instructed to carry on doing it, then you find a way of making it work, and they are.
Into the channel. Going through. Dashing forward at pace, and he's hits one! Oh, brilliant! That is brilliant! A finish of true class! A goal at a really telling moment! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and
that's the whistle for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Peter, this is far from a lost cause. Yes, they've been hit once by a pacey opposition, but they've asserted more control and look capable.
Dinamo Zagreb, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. Just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. It's Konoplyanka! It's there! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Schalke grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, they're back on level terms, so the guessing game goes on. As to what will happen from here, I've no idea.
A really good feat from him. Is there the shot's on! And that would have been some goal.
He was set on rounding it off in fitting style, but he couldn't make it fit.
And it's Embolo. He's got away. Crosses into the area. Knocks it away. Konoplyanka already, of course, on the score sheet. And it's Embolo. A real chance to break. Is it in? What about it? And they get themselves in front!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Bentaleb. And it's Embolo. Konoplyanka. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Gets up to head it! And the lead stays intact, just.
Makes you think, Peter, they could have been doing this earlier. Still, it's encouraging.
Here it comes. He's left his man. Can he put it away? And in it goes. And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. What about that, Jim Beglin?
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the pasta to pick him out.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
Dinamo Zagreb could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. It has a pop!
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
Up to meet it! And he's there to hoof it away. And that will be the final act. Well, that's the way to launch the campaign. They can look ahead with confidence and comfort, which is summarised. Well, hello to everyone and welcome as you join us for the second of these group stage games. Competition only a couple of match days old, but there have been already plenty of talking points, much for us to scrutinise over the course of a fortnight or so. Winners on day one, no doubt now looking to cement their place in the latter stages as quickly as possible. This must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. Dinamo Zagreb had the perfect opening day. Now they look to press on.
Well, Peter, there's a very good chance they can plough on after what was a good start. And even if they have a wobble along the way, I think this team has a structure and a philosophy that's solidly in place. And I think they can rely on that. So my advice would be, keep aiming high. Why not opt for some swagger, in parts at least? I think they're capable of it.
The action has already started. Pizzi. Salvio. Gets it back. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. He's got away. And it's hoisted clear. Dinamo Zagreb have it back and they can go again. A really good feat. Crosses in, towering header!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive. It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty box.
He's left his man. Tries to get it forward quickly. Going through. And the finish! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Pizzi plays it out to the wing. Cuts it out. And the first half is done, so neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Unspectacular, but solid, and that solidity could yet be the foundation for them to go on and win.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. So we're already into the second period.
Dinamo Zagreb playing well with lots of opportunities and plenty positives to take from the first half, despite this scoreline. Converting chances would make...
The shot's on! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Oh, can he score? And that has been clubbed away. Shoots! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, as test goalkeeper, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
And he just whacks it away. Salvio going full steam ahead down the left flank. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Going for goal!
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Pizzi, and it's Salvio. Now it's Rafa Silva, and the ball's come out! Here's the through ball. He's got the ball, he shoots! Good, strong hand by the keeper. Another chance! Cleared without complication. There's some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Hajrovic. Swung in towards the middle. Knocks it away. Can he... Has a hit! Really well taken goal. And that could well be the winner. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, it's been their hard work that has got him this lead, but I just wonder whether they can keep it up. This may take a toll now.
Big chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
So, the manager making the last of his changes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
He's on his way. Now it's Jonas. And it's Jonas. And now they can launch a counter. He's got away. Chooses to go back. Forward it goes. The final whistle. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal. After all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?